Mike.
Yeah, Doc, thank you. I was just going to make a quick comment because, I just wanted kind of everyone to see and if they were looking at the euro dollar, you saw euro dollar hit some of our sell zones. We got into a B3 sell zone. Very seldom do you guys see that, but these are conditions where you'll see this kind of, buy 3 zone, not sell zone. I think that's what I said. But the same thing was happening with pound dollar, and you guys know pound dollar has been strong. The reason I looked and took pound dollar was we had a 4-hour PMD there. We had a fib level on our 1 hour. So again, I knew that if I took this, anything below 60, I could bail out. The moment I saw what was happening to the yens, as I looked over to dollar yen, I looked at dollar Swiss. Again, I just felt at the time that there was a good chance this could continue moving lower. Looked over here at euro dollar, found that euro dollar was also into the B3 zone. Again, I tightened the stop. I brought it up to -3, and I had as much as almost 6 points on that trade. Probably looking at trying to get more out of it. Again, I ended up bringing my stop rather than break even. I felt it would get executed, so I gave myself some room with -3, and the market came down. They stretched it, took me out, took my 3, and as you can see, it's now moving higher. But again, I just wanted you guys to take a look at what this looked like. And the other thing was, the PMDs at the time were also pointing to the upside. So there was a lot of reasons of why, if you were going to trade whether the euro dollar or the pound dollar, it was a pound dollar that was a better choice. And you can see how nice this area held, did its job, and look at where the price is at now. So, unfortunately, again, I got, like always, extremely aggressive with trying to protect myself. And, unfortunately, with these kind of markets, sometimes, if you don't give it some more room and you're not willing to lose more points, then, you'll get stopped out. Probably if I was to go back to this again, and probably what I would do is lighten up my position. That way I could still leave my stops where they're a little bit more comfortable. But, again, unfortunately, it's just the way I trade. It's the way I've got my position set up, and it's too. In fact, normally I make a lot of mistakes when I try to switch around my positions. So I always leave positions at one level, and when I get in, it's either I'm going to make the points or again I'm going to lose a few, but I can't allow it too much room. But I just wanted to point out the thing with pound dollar for you guys who might have been looking at this and wondering. So again, Doc, I'll turn it back over to you. In fact, again, I appreciate that you're actually doing this. That way I can actually trade and not have to put myself at sometimes where, you're trying to talk and trade, and under these conditions, it's kind of tough. So I just wanted to explain the pound dollar and why, again, I was taking that trade.
Okay, thanks, Armando. Yeah, guys, I'll tell you, and Armando has just told you one of the great truths, and he said it earlier this morning when we were just getting started, that real important when you're trying to trade to stay focused, to be focused. And in order to be focused, that means turn off the telephones. It means turn off the emails. This is, if you intend for this to be your business, you can make enough money in 2 hours a day to live any kind of lifestyle you want to, but you got to learn how to do it right. So, one thing I just will say is find a place where, if you're working from home, it's not always absolutely possible. It's certainly not here around my house, but if possible, find yourself a corner where you can get yourself closed off from kids, dogs, and housekeepers and people that would bug you, and get a place where you can focus on what you're doing. And sometimes when we're in the room with you guys and trying to help you find trades that are going to work for you, and trying to trade ourselves is kind of like a flea on a hot rock, trying to keep up with everything. Right at the moment, I've got 5 screens going, and I actually did not take that trade that I wanted simply because I was too busy. So sometimes we get too busy and kind of lose our focus, and it's hard for us to trade while we're teaching too. So we like to have a little break. So Armando got to make a few pennies this morning while I was talking.